EGM Network.
This is Martha Matters. From real estate, healthcare, current events, taxes, or just about any topic, we're talking about it. Call us with any questions on just about any subject. Now, here she is, Martha!
Hi there and welcome. Hey, nothing like a roller coaster of everything that's going on between one week and another week, but that's what we're going through. I'm stealing from Trump a new word that he used, Panican. Those that are panicking on selling their shares in the stock market. And if anything, this is a big buying opportunity. Well, I'd like to say this. I've listened to a lot of people recently outside of Trump and all, and I really learned something new about the stock market. When they don't know the actual facts of what's going on, they get extremely nervous and negative. And as soon as they figure out or are told, or a number of people have come to them, look, this is the agenda and this is what's going to happen, they're all of a sudden relaxed and a little more attentive. I find it interesting. They want to know everything. And when they don't know and there's a new uncertainty, they're really scared out of their minds. And this is a very, very good example of it. Nothing has gone super wrong. This is all man-made and all predictable by Trump, by him setting up the tariffs. But what he's really doing this all about is not hurting his friends, but to put China in their place. Do you realize China exports more goods of all kinds, whether pharmaceuticals, toys, you name it? They export more goods to other countries than the U.S. and all of Europe combined. That's the free world combined. Things have to be put in their place where everyone else, Europe, the U.S., Asian countries like Japan, Vietnam, India, they all have got to get their fair share, not cede everything back to profitability back to China. China's got to be put in their place. And not all their products are good, as we know, but even pharmaceuticals have issues. Some of the generics are not quality like they are produced in Italy or the U.S., etc. So this has got to be stopped, and Trump is very right in doing that. Remember, he's primarily a businessman with all his background, not 40 years of being a politician. So he has a strong stomach to accept immediate criticism when other people don't know what's going on. And I, for one, have shares in the stock market, and most of you people, or many of you people, do too. I haven't sold a single share. I wish I could buy more than I have the last few days and in the future, but we all have limited spending income with what's been going on the last 4 years in terms of prices, food costs, insurance costs, car costs, many other items.
You know what, Martha? I want to make this one comment about it because, you and I talk about this off the air, too. And one of the things that I learned on the news the other day, and it was with the Israeli President Netanyahu talking with President Trump in the Oval Office, I didn't realize that Japan doesn't import hardly any U.S. cars.
Yes.
I didn't know that China had that many tariffs on us. So I wonder, saying that, if more of that information was out, the specifics of it, just, say the cars, just for an example, about how many things, like you just said, that China exports to the world, if people actually knew what that stuff was, if the mindset would change and the stock market would rally, because now you know definitively what exactly he's fighting against. I mean, I realize not everything can go out, but that's part of the problem, is we don't know the total story. And so people just get they don't like change, and they're just thinking, oh, it's this big upheaval. What's he doing this stuff for?
That's correct. That's a very good point. Now, after the 2 really bad down days, and then the third day was mixed but still down, I think most people now feel that they know the agenda of Trump, that things are starting to turn up again.
Okay.
Now, that's fine, but I want to warn everybody about that. Like Israel, as we all know, came to Trump and said, look, we're telling you right away, we're going to have no tariffs on the U.S. whatsoever of any product, anytime. And Trump's real happy about that, and I'm sure he's going to be doing the same. But he's not quick to say, oh, yes, that's fine. I'll remove the 10% tariffs. We can't have a knee-jerk reaction. Trump will, yes, reduce sometime within the next week or two. He will reduce or eliminate the tariff to Israel as just an example, and they'll reduce it to them. But it can't be a knee-jerk reaction where he just says, oh, good, I'll take you off the tariffs now. He's got to see that the other countries are keeping their word and there's no mistake, and they will get 0 tariffs. And the reason for that is Trump has to make sure and talk about other things, what products they want from us or don't want from us anymore, and different things like that. Now, because of that, the stock market going back up to 43 or 42, 43, 44 is not going to happen next week. Because of that, Trump wants to really examine and know the whole situation, both sides, how well off or how poor other countries are, what products they want, what products they don't need. They would love formulary systems, for example, with drugs rather than paying for each batch. And different things like that have to be worked out. So Trump has already announced he's going to be very busy the rest of all of April and May, and it might go a week or two into June, though he hopes not. But it's going to take that long to answer all these countries one at a time that want to work closely with the U.S., have no tariffs at all, and they would eliminate their tariffs, of course, also. So because of that, the stock market is going to go up as a very steady eddy. It's not going to go up in a few days like it went down in a few days. It's going to be getting better very slowly over the next 2 to 3 months, solid. And as long as people are prepared for that, if they have the money, use it as a buying opportunity before all the stocks get so high again. That's a plus for all of us. Instead of taking a big vacation at the end of May, think about taking some of that money and buying some stocks instead. Because by later in the summer and the fall, things will be back and will be too high for most of us, including me, to be buying a whole lot. So this is an opportunity, but also don't expect a miracle overnight, because Trump wants to be thoroughly acquainted with what he's doing, with what he can expect from each country. And there will be favors in both directions, them sending expertise over here, and us sending some expert people over there, possibly, in addition to just importing and exporting.
Yeah.
So he's going to be very thorough and very careful. And remember, he's correcting what's been going on and getting worse for over 30 years.
Right, that's what I was going to say. I mean, how long is it going to take to clean a mess up? I mean, this has been going on for a real long while. Very long while.
And my hat is off to Marie Bartoloma. She predicted yesterday, before today, when the market is already green again, it's not going to go up like gangbusters, but it is very positive. And she predicted it, and she's right. What's making the market go up today isn't the fact that uncertainty is all gone. It isn't. It's two different things. First of all, those who feel that it's reached a bottom or close to a bottom, they've all gone in on this positive day to buy more stocks. That's one reason why it's green. The other reason it's green, instead of uncertainty, the people of power in the stock market and the CEOs of companies realize now from Trump what he's doing. He's not doing a knee-jerk reaction. He's studying each country closely on what their savings are, what they plan to buy, not just eliminating tariffs, but what favors they can do for us, what favors we can do for them, what their needs are for future success. And he's taken on basically the whole global markets of those who want to participate, and we already have about 90 countries that want to talk to Trump, where he's literally taking these next 2 months to talk to each and every one of them in depth, one at a time. And that's the way to do it, to change things permanently. So keep that in mind, and patience is key. Now, in addition to that, we still have the bottom of the barrel, which is what this is all about, and that is China. But the good part is Trump is actually uniting all these other countries, big and small, with us, basically as a future plan to counteract China. And that can be very, very successful by the time his 4 years are up. China right now thinks that they have the edge and no one can take it away from them. But that is not true. And by taking the edge away globally from China, they really can't fight it. If the U.S. fought China alone, regarding finances. We have 50-50 or less, or they have 50-50 or less on being successful.
Right, yeah.
We may both be big losers, or one may win and the other may not. And Trump does not want to take that route. So I really see what's happening, and listening to some of the real experts on all the various channels, including Bloomberg, they're now softening up. Why? Because they know Trump's plan of action. So we should not panic either. Trump developed this new word that I titled our project with. It's called Panicans. Panic, A-N-S. Panicans. There are people who say, oh, the market's crashing.
Yeah.
It's as bad as the Great Depression, and pull everything out. That is the worst thing you can do, not only for yourself, but for the companies you have invested. There are no winners. You can both be losers. So we know now what the agenda is. It's going to be slow and steady, Eddie, as we always used to say. And stick with it and use it as a buying opportunity. Now, I've also got to say something else. Right now, one industry, the automobile industry, is a real mess. With all the Japanese models and makes, they hardly import a single one of our automobiles.
Right, yeah.
That has got to change. So on that note, there's a lot for Trump to talk about when he eventually meets with Japan. And until then, they will have a tariff. So on that note, let's take a quick break, and I'll be back in just a couple of minutes. I want to introduce you to our main sponsor, Highland Plaza, located on US 1 on the east side of the Highland Drive traffic light. We even have our own left-hand turn lane. One of the places in there, the first one on the north side, is Easy Stop, and you will be surprised what competitive and beautiful prices they have. You should give it a shot. Also, Tony's Hairstyling Salon is ideal for the entire family at all ages. He and his wife have run a salon there for years with a huge following. Also, we want to tell you about La Taberna Restaurant. It has the freshest Mexican food in town and a well-experienced chef. You will be most surprised not only by the food, but the reasonable prices. Also, I want to tell you about the nail salon. It's Luxury Nails. Let me tell you, they do everything, both for walk-in clients and appointments. Appointments are really appreciated, but they treat all clients professionally. Now, I want to repeat to you, this is located on US 1, just east of Highland Drive at the traffic light. It's a beautiful yellow building with a maroon awning. We look forward to seeing you there. Come on over.
What's on your list? Ice cream? Laughing so hard it hurts? The way the sun feels on your face? For one child, a simple list of brilliant things becomes a lifeline, a way to bring hope to his mother, and maybe to himself. Every brilliant thing is a funny, heartfelt journey through life's ups and downs, where you help tell the story. Now playing on the Waxlack stage at the beautiful Riverside Theater. Get your tickets now at the box office or riversidetheater.com.
Evergreen Media is your go-to for podcasting. Business owners, boost your brand by educating clients with your own show. Just show up. We handle everything else. Get your custom video podcast on Facebook, YouTube, and more. Start today at egreenmedia.com.
At Sunshine Furniture, our 35,000 square foot showroom is filled with the largest selection of in-stock coastal furniture on the Treasure Coast. Dining and bedroom sets, occasional tables, sofas, sleeper sofas, love seats and chairs, and all the latest styles and colors from Tommy Bahama, Lexington, Hooker, Riverside, Universal Coastal Living, Four Seasons, Braxton Color, and Capri. We're also the outdoor furniture experts and have hundreds of styles of any patio furniture you need, including a gallery of Berlin Gardens and Pollywood. We specialize in fire pits, outdoor rugs, umbrellas, and replacement cushions. Right now, we're having a spring sale with lots of great markdowns and discounts on everything you need for your Florida home, including all pictures, lamps, and accessories half price. Sunshine Furniture, $12.95 US 1 in the Publix Plaza, Vero Beach. Don't forget to visit our outlet store directly across the street, filled with lots of brand name closeouts and sale items. And visit our website at sunshinefurniturecasual.com.
Well, hi there and welcome back. Hey, we're at a stage. I'm going to tell most of you, you may have little tiny favorite companies like, like Starbucks, Chipotle, and a whole bunch of them. You can have a few shares of them, but don't put all your money in those pots. We want the lowest risk over the next couple of months. So you're safe in oil stocks like ExxonMobil, like Coterra, and there are others. But be careful of the topics you pick. For right now, I'm not in love with any type of Bitcoin at the moment because that's way too risky. There are many that are too risky, especially in the automobile end, till we know exactly what's happening there. I don't recommend any automobile. I'd keep my eye on Boeing for airplanes. You have a new CEO who is going to make safety first his number one priority. No more doors coming off in flight and things like that happened in the last year or two.
Plus, they got that new big contract, too.
Yes.
That military contract.
And the military contract is very, very important. So, I just have a personal favorite in the airplane industry, right or wrong, and I think it's going to go up, is Southwest Airlines. But we will see what's happening there. I wouldn't do too much more than that in that division. Agriculture and all agriculture products, John Deere, construction products, Caterpillar, all of them are good to buy if they're low enough for you.
And you had mentioned something about U.S. Steel. In another show, you mentioned something about U.S. Steel or some of the steel products as well.
Yes, absolutely. U.S. Steel's a good one. And the fact that it's not being sold out to Japan, we've stopped all that. U.S. Steel, and even if Japan were to buy it out, which I don't want, the U.S. Steel in the U.S. is better. Why? Our coal is better, and it gets hotter and makes the steel stronger. There are little things like that that you need to know about on betting on something. So keep all of these thoughts in mind. Don't panic. Don't be a panican. And I'll speak with you next time. Have a great week.